Welcome back, everybody, to Earthbound Super Series Ancient Cave 2024. My name is Irving, and I will be commentating. We've got Sitake here with Leslie Pro. Both are very experienced Ancient Cave runners, going to be tackling a combo flag, actually, Bubble Monkey and M3 at the same time in Ancient Cave today. So all runners will have a 5th party member in the form of Bubble Monkey, who will be very helpful in dodging enemies, I'm sure. So we'll see what shenanigans he gets up to. And the M3 flag, which is always fun because every year people always have to ask about it, because I don't know why we haven't come up with anything better than just calling it the M3 flag. Maybe this is the best thing we can come up with. But basically it just means that every single, generally in Ancient Cave, there is like scaling to the enemies, so just like general vanilla Earthbound scaling, you'll see crows in the beginning, you'll see starmen late in the cave. But with this M3 flag, however, we will be seeing random sprites pretty much all the way around, so pretty much no way to tell what floor you're on, except for right now, of course, we know we're on floor 1. So that's what both runners are going to have to deal with here. As you can see, we have Trash Ghost, normally seen in like 3'd area. So that does come into play when you do skips, most importantly, because generally if you follow the linearity of the cave, is that a word, linearity? I think so. Generally if you follow that, you'll get to floor 9. The uninitiated Ancient Cave is split into 9 floors with Gygus at the end of floor 9, so that's kind of the goal, is to beat Gygus. So we actually see a boss check here. We got a Sentry Robot on 2. Thunder and Storm, so nothing too crazy boss-wise. The bosses we generally don't want to see on Ancient Cave are Ness's Nightmare and Diamond Dog are very hard to deal with. Just because they are just kind of, their Diamond Dog, some people would tell you, is as much of an investment as Gygus is for prepping, so. But essentially, runners will be trying to find their way from floor 1 through 9, utilizing either just the straight path of going through each sanctuary boss at the end of each floor, or by finding skips, which will take you either 2 to 5 floors forward or backwards, depending on what floor you're on. So if you're on floor 1, we can automatically go pretty much anywhere that is not backwards. So skips off floor 1 are pretty good to look for. But that's where the M3 flag kind of comes into play. There is generally, when you do skip, you kind of use the enemies as a benchmark for what floor you're on. And that will be pretty much impossible. You're just going to have to go into the fight and see if you get smacked. And you can't really do any other things you would normally do, like if you knew a certain enemy was weak to something, although there is a lot of randomizing in stat-wise in Ancient Cave. But so far, as far as the actual match goes, Sitake and Leslie both on floor 1 still. Kind of stuck in a big, long area here. No skips have been located yet as far as I could have seen. I probably missed it if they did, though. Chests are also randomized and scaled based on the floor, so floor 1 chests are going to be closer to the early game of Earthbound Vanilla, and the later chests are going to be the better items as you get later in the floors. So you are very much incentivized to get to those floors, take those skips as quick as you can to get the better items out of chests. Help you get some levels. So we do have a skip here, Leslie. Anytime an NPC moves out of the way, or any time of like one of the story triggers or anything like that, is a skip. But some of them are free, like the Topola Theater. Some of them are kind of free, but if you talk to the Topola Theater from the backside, it is free. Otherwise, you have to pay. And then like Monkey Cave, as we saw Leslie see, you do have to bring the items, whichever monkey it was asking for. I'm not sure which one Leslie talked to. So far, they are pretty much neck and neck, as you can see. Nice, a lot of Cave of the Past floors already in floor 1. So it seems pretty linear so far. There hasn't been... this is not the Sanctuary spot, okay. This is actually going to be sitake going backwards. Wow, he might even have to be going even further. Like, we might be seeing, like, an even deeper backtrack. Although I think this area from sitake is new. I might be getting as lost as they are, though. A lot of dead ends, so this is turning into a very great classic ancient cave floor 1 right here. Just long and windy, and the only way out is the other sanctuary boss, which finally sitake does find sanctuary room into the next floor. So I do believe the only like real nasty early game boss is the sentry robot on floor 2. Not too bad with the bottle rocket, but if you've already used your rocket on something else, it might be kind of hard to get past. And of course, this flame psycho is not nearly as scary as you would think it is on floor 1, but it's something hiding as something else. So you do see some vendors. A nice Horn of Life vendor on the second floor here for sitake, and Leslie right behind him as well, coming up on the first sanctuary boss. Similar death there. Nice and quick. Sitake doing some shopping, getting rid of all these garbage, kind of like early game money fodder he picked up. A little high five in the store here. Bubble monkey flags are always good with, especially. It's not happening this time, but it's always hilarious with the one where they're all the party members are spaced out. You get quite the conga line going. Alright, sitake and Leslie both at a full heal here, as well as the Dungeon Man screen, so both are very important. Every single floor has a guaranteed full heal in the form of the Sanctuary spot or the Starman heal. There's also a vendor on this map, but the Dungeon Man skip is very important because it is one of very few skips in the game that does not adhere to the rule of 2 to 5 floors forwards and backwards. The only rule that it adheres to is it just simply goes to wherever the Dungeon Man floor is. So it'll just like vanilla, if sitake goes in here, which it looks like he is, it'll take him to wherever Dungeon Man is. So there's a pretty good chance, because we saw the entirety of floor 1 and we're on floor 2 right now, this is a pretty strong play, because we've seen Dungeon Mans get all the way up to like floor 9 before, just immediately. And we know that there's a pretty good chance this is not going to take us backwards. So we're going to see both sitake and Leslie. Leslie having a bit... Wow, that is a hot desert right there. A lot of fires. Luckily, they are running from Leslie, so gonna use that to his advantage. Maybe take a green swirl here. And we are in Dungeon Man. Oh, putting the mouse down. So as you can see, if you walk backwards, the door you just came through, it is no longer the outside of Dungeon Man. Ergo, it is a one-way journey. Which could be bad if you can't make it over to this phone. But that's why sitake put down the exit mice. Both runners in Ancient Cave start off with one exit mice that they can... It works a little differently than it does in Vanilla. They can put it down on the ground as a bookmark, and then later they can use it from anywhere, basically, if they die or whatever, and they go back to a phone they want to go back to. And the only way you can replenish it is if you find an actual, like, exit mouse room. like Mole Cave or the Exit Mouse house or the room in Starman Base. Otherwise, if you don't find it, you just stuck with the 1. So Sitake taking the encounter here, getting a lot of XP for the fellas. Leslie pretty much doing the exact same thing here. Oh, sorry. I stand corrected. Leslie's in the desert still. But we know Leslie is on his way to the Dungeon Man here. Okay, now going to go ahead and run the circuit of items here. This first floor of Dungeon Man has a lot of spawns, but also a lot of items. Oh, a rabbit's foot, so that's pretty huge for this part of the game too. It's pretty nice for Sitake right now. Increases speed by a very generous amount, lets you run away from a vast majority of enemies you'll find in the cave. Pretty substantial when you get these tile sets that are just absolutely like filled with enemies. Leslie looking like he's having a bit of a rough time trying to get into this Dungeon Man here. Maybe trying to get some levels on his kids before he takes this one-way trip. But seeing Paula and Jeff down here. And Sitake is going to pull ahead on the levels a little bit. Well, I say that, but actually Leslie, with the 2 kids dead, is getting some pretty decent levels and looking like they're actually mirroring what Sitake has right now, at least on 2 of his kids. And he can keep using the Starman heal to get Paula and Jeff back as much as he wants. Uh-oh. A rogue Ness's Nightmare just jumped Sitake in the middle of the street. Terrifying, honestly. Wow. So you never know when the most unassuming things like the road sign is just gonna hit you for big numbers. That's the beauty of the M3 flag. That's true. Maybe I shouldn't say it's unassuming. It's very assuming. A nice death ray for Jeffrey there. Anything to kind of help get some enemies. All right. Can I get a ruling on that green swirl, please? Run the tapes. All greens are legit, yeah. All right, Leslie finally making way into the Dungeon Man. Now realizes, oh crap, it's a one-way for realsies. I'm in here. Hopefully, I can kill these things. Basically, you never know what floor you're on. It could be floor 9, and with the M3 flag, it could be floor 9 with a bunch of hidden secret starmen right here. But nothing to do but to try. Sitake heading up the ropes on the left. I'm actually unsure. The M3, I honestly just don't even try guessing sometimes. Especially since it was the Dungeon Man skip. Oh yeah, based off the gifts, that's true. Death Ray, Rabbit's Foot. I mean, I've seen Rabbit's Foot on 3. But the enemies are definitely hitting a lot harder than 3. So I would say, like, yeah, 5 or 6 is probably got. I mean, like, they're hitting, like, in the hundreds on non-level kids. So I could see that. It's obviously not something insanely high that would wipe the party. Nice green swirl on Leslie's side, especially with all those joiners. That should help Leslie get to the phone here, which is a really good checkpoint to have. The phone and the bench for free heals. Steps on a little tiny pixel, I guess. Or maybe this was a bubble monkey getting caught at the back of the screen. I'm actually not sure how Leslie got caught by this. It should be easy enough for Leslie to kill, though. Just one little UFO. Oh, is it one of those, I remember those Ancient Cave songs that are like, you get on the next floor and you just, like, get blasted because the mixing is off. I know what you're talking about. Okay, doing a little bit of a hotel heal here. In the hot spring. Actually, I think this full heals, doesn't it? I actually can't remember. It's been a while since I've played this game. Uh-oh. Sentry robots, but sitake with the fast, it will res kids. Okay, thank you. And the mini bar fight, which was interesting, pixel for that. What unit was that? Like a custom like art or something? What was that? I think it'll show up after this fight. It was like a little Zelda thing. Yeah, it was like a Link. like a recolored Link. What the heck? I didn't know those were. I was just a little shocked because I didn't. I guess because it uses NPCs probably, right? And then if those NPCs are in the random pool. Oh, okay, interesting. Well, we got the Easter egg Link showing. Leslie utilizing that nice Saturn hot spring right before this just to kind of abuse it, get some levels on stuff, go back to it. Leslie now trudging through the same kind of ocean of enemies that Sitake had to deal with a little bit of an extra health pool on Pooh there. It's nice to see him already having 150 plus HP. I do want to see who has Bray. In Ancient Cave, the vanilla extra ability of all the kids besides Ness gets swapped between the three of them. Or two of them if you are missing one of them, but in this case we do have all three, so... Someone has Mirror, someone has Prey, and someone has Spy. And now Leslie will be getting the Rabbit's Foot, so both runners will have this nice Rabbit's Foot here. And Sitake getting to Scaraba. Let's see some vendors. Another important part of Ancient Cave is checking these vendors for anything like bombs, super bombs, bottle rockets. Always looking for stuff to not only get you through the cave faster, but bombs and stuff are good for prepping for Gygus, because you're always having Gygus in the back of your mind and what your kind of main push-through strategy is for dealing damage to him. Sitake is on floor 5. Leslie and Sitake are on floor 5, and another Nessa's Nightmare dropped in his lap. This seems to be a different one. At least the color scheme looked different. So right on, Attack Sled. Very nice prediction. Oh, we got an MBR and a Bazook on the same vendor. So the only question is, we haven't killed many things. We've killed some sentry robots that are scripted, so we're gonna see him sell some stuff. He has a coin of slumber, which will get some money, and a coin of silence, and a silver bracelet. So, you know, we got some spending cash, at least enough to get the bazooka. And maybe an MBR for Thunder and Storm or something. I mean, probably at this point, if I'm only on floor 5, the Zook is gonna have way more, like, consistent output than one MBR at this stage. Unless I can skip, like, right to 9 or something, but even still, I don't know. Because at least the Zook... Oh, well, he's grabbing that MBR, so wow, it was right on. Sitake balancing the checkbook over here. Buying that multi-bottle rocket at market price, $21.39. Here you go, in cash, sir. Dumped his wallet for that one. That's true. Jeff already does have a way that can put out pretty consistent damage. That actually is a fair and honest point right there that I had not considered at the time. Ooh. Unfortunately, was trying for the green there, but does take a red, but looks like everything missed anyways. I wonder if it's. I think he might actually be trying to Death Warp here. I don't remember where he. I think his only save is where Leslie is right now, so I'm curious where he is. Where he's headed, or maybe this is a dead end. Oh, so he did not save in. Unless, oh yeah, that overwrites the save. That is correct. So Sitake back on 2 for just a moment. We see him heading up to the Dungeon Man skip. And checking for Fresh Egg, which I believe he does. Aha! That is the play. I didn't see this gigantic big brain play he was cooking up here. So there is always the chance that this does go backward because that was floor 5, but you know, with the ruler as well, this opens up a lot of possibilities, a lot of areas to explore. Even if the first one went down, the second one could have gone up. Both of them could have gone up. We got 4 side. We can check what floor we're on here. It's kind of big. Although I'm seeing a lot of enemies that we did see on the earlier floors, like the Chomposaurus, but they could just be new Chompasauruses. Or whatever. I think it's the other one. Not the Chomposaurus, but yeah, not the same music. Sorry, I do not have that capability, so. Are we sure this isn't the same floor? I'm seeing the same. Is it just Strongs and UFOs and everywhere? Leslie also going to see this nice vendor here, Zook and Bottle Rocket. We'll see if Leslie does a different strat, maybe. We'll also go sell for the MBR. Oh, I didn't see! Did anyone see? It was so fast. How did these people read so fast? 4? Oh, okay. Well. So that means he probably went up and then down. Alright, so Sitake doing a little bit more exploring here. He does know he's on floor 4, 4th floor. Leslie has a single bomb. I believe that is what he got out of that chest. So we're going to see if Flower 4... yeah. Oh, you see, Leslie is thinking with the same brain as Sitake right now. Going with the potential, but Leslie might not be doing the Death Warp. Leslie might be looking to walk all the way back. Bold strategy with the fresh egg that could hatch. But I don't actually know how close they are. This actually does look fairly close. Oh, nope, you have to walk through this entire thing. But if they manage to make it through here, it should be fun. Meanwhile, Sitake has 2 kids dead, not an ideal situation. Kind of stuck on this weird floor where he can kind of kill stuff, but stuff still kind of hurts as well. Leslie also in kind of a... Oh yeah, where are our homeowner percenters in the chat? Another skip, and Sitake has the wet towel. He must have got... There must have been a ton of stuff in Scaraba, because he had a lot of the Monkey Cave items in his inventory. And Sitake is seeing that is not the way he wants to go. Must have been a lower floor or something, judging by the music. Or, I'm assuming. That's unfortunate if it goes back to 1. Always possible, but... Yeah, I was gonna say, we'll probably see him go back to this now question mark floor, which is going to be potentially higher than 5. Although... they are dying pretty fast. This could also be lower. And it might have went down and then back up to 4 and then back down to 1. That's actually kind of unfortunate to have a bunch of skips like that not pan out. That's especially with the investment of going back here to the front of the Dungeon Man skip and spending all those resources in here. So Leslie also probably just realized that was a floor he's already been to as he stepped in, listened to the music, stepped out. So going to go through here and get the hotel, so can't really turn your nose up at that. Sitake back here on floor 2, probably just gonna go back to Dungeon Man again. Kind of their main basing off point right now, which is kind of awkward since it's on floor 5, so it's not like anything crazy, not anything like really good to get scrounge around for loots or anything like that. Can't really level up your kids too high off the enemies. Minor League Bat for Ness will help a little bit on the damage. I think that's only a little bit better than the Sandlot Bat. I'm trying to remember if Leslie got the same death ray that Sitake got. I have to assume, since they've basically been on the same path this whole time, but we're going to see Leslie in Summers here, which is... I believe I saw Sitake poke into Summers briefly, but I might have just been thinking of Leslie. Oh yeah, because this is the... Well, actually, I have no idea. No, because this is still floor 4, so Leslie's doing some exploring on 4. Leslie might end up turning back even sooner than Sitake did, so we'll see if that ends up helping Leslie out here. Because now they're both going to be in a similar position. They are in the same exact area, so they're pretty much neck and neck. They have pretty much equal armaments. I mean, Sitake has the one MBR, but Leslie has a bazooka. Or I actually don't know if Leslie went back and bought anything. I wasn't paying attention that closely on Leslie's side there. If he went back and bought a bazooka or something. Sitake has 3 kids not alive right now, which is a bit rough. Especially since these enemies are on floor 5, so not exactly like the easiest to mow through. 36 HP. It's Jeff is the only one up too, not one that can heal himself. Kind of a bad spot. Oh, who are those deceptive? I don't even know what to call those, like cardboard boxes that always look like they're closed still. Darn you for not having an open animation. Luckily, Sitake just has to get to these hot spring to get the kids back. And Leslie getting the different. So I wonder what happens there, because that was not Link. So yeah, that was a clock. Oh, Ancient Cave. Sitake taking an unfortunate death, going to be back here at Starman on floor 2. Taking the full heal. That actually was super unfortunate, timing-wise, because Sitake was pretty far up the... Oh, gonna go ahead and mouse back to 5 on the Scaraba area here. So interesting play there, maybe thinking burn the mouse just to kind of cut my losses on the Dungeon Man area, and then just make Scaraba my new kind of like home base for pushing forward in the cave here. True, yeah. They're not locked in a bad spot with the save, so if they do die, they get a full heal immediately. Yeah, Dungeon Mon. Always nice to have a full heal right next to wherever you end up. Oh, nice. Enemies in Scaraba. The locals are not happy today. Doctor there, not as useful as the other heal. Protein drink, nice little monkey cave item there if needed. Leslie getting some nice levels. We see the kids in the 20s on Leslie's side now. Oh, I didn't see what floor that was. Oh, no, we know the floor. What am I saying? I'm just so used to asking. We got the lips. I believe this is Mani Mani, if I remember correctly from my photo memory, of course. Getting a lot of nice solidifies, making it pretty easy. Nice. Down in about 3 turns for Sitake. Getting some XP. So Leslie kids are a little higher level than Sitake's right now. We're seeing Sitake catch up a bit now with that boss down. Leslie finds an arms dealer here to sell some stuff. Got rid of a double beam. He must have the better thing. Yeah, BBR and bomb. BBRs are pretty good right now. I mean, you got a rabbit's foot. You got a pretty good source of damage for Jeffrey. Help you push forward and get to the higher floors of the cave at this point. So that seems to be what Leslie's doing. Going to save some money for a rainy day there. Sitake getting that same double beam, I believe. I think they're high-fiving, yep. Almost a high five. We'll call it a honorary high five. Oh, so this is the Sanctuary screen, so we're going to see Leslie break forward a bit. The 5th spot. I do not remember what this one is, so... It's another Scorpion. Alright, we see some nice damage from... Oh, nice little 550, I believe. It's pretty good for a BBR. And down in 1 turn. So Sitake has significantly more money with the same combination of the Rabbit's Foot is going to make Sitake a bit of a force to be reckoned with here. As he's harming up with a ton of bottle rockets. He's going to be able to make Jeff, like, completely a menace here. We'll see how... Gonna spend a little more time shopping here, but it could result in a big pull ahead for Sitake, depending on if Leslie gets walled by whatever is ahead here on floor 6. We know there's not anything super crazy as far as bosses coming up. The most lethal is going to be Thunder and Storm on floor 8. And even that is manageable. Yeah, I mean, like, you got the money, and this is pretty much a good... I wouldn't say win condition, because, you know, Gygus, for the most part, and even Porky could potentially not make your bottle rockets useful, depending on how their stats roll. But this will definitely make sure you get to floor 9, I would say, is what he's doing right now. Whether by brute force, walking all the way from 6 to 9, or finding a skip or something... This is big arming right now. This is the boss version of what he just fought. There's so many scorpions. The M3 flag. Wait, I'm confused. Oh no, Leslie fought the boss. I confused myself. That's on me. I blame myself on that one. Did he not even have it equipped? And he just... Oh, nice. Doo-doo-doo. Nice. I love that one. The AC music track is actually mint. It makes, usually I, like, turn off the music for whatever randomizer I'm playing and just play my own music, but it's such a crime to do that for Ancient Cave. Also because it helps you, but, you know, that's besides the point. Alright, we're gonna see some exploring here. We got Northside, Onett, or Leslie. Kind of a big screen, can be a trudge to get through depending on the minion spawns here. Wait. Hang on, what? What's happening? Mods? Did I miss a page? I actually did not know you could do that in Ancient Cave. Is it the screen? Or is it like... Is it because he's on like Saturn? I actually have no idea how this works. Sometimes you learn a teleport location. Interesting. That's some strat I didn't know actually. You see, even today in 2024, you can learn new things about Ancient Cave. What a world! Right, we got burger skip for Leslie. Potentially could go up higher. I feel like we haven't seen a diamond van. That does say something like a higher cave, higher than 6 pop probably at the very least. Could be 8 at minimum. Okay, so this could be nasty for Leslie. Leslie not having a save nearby. A fire beta gonna be big damage. I think Paula Guts saved. Pooh's gonna have enough HP to save. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. I don't remember where Leslie's last save was, but we're about to find out. This place. Okay, so back on 6, yeah. But that has to be kind of nearby where Leslie was operating out of. And we know Pink Cloud is here. I actually don't know if Leslie knows. Yeah, okay, he's going for it. Pink Cloud is here, so nice little full heal for the death there. So we could see a lead swap. Hey, you gotta set up your bases in Ancient Cave. You gotta know where your home points are. So we could see Sitake pull ahead here. Yeah, that was a lot of cave boys. As just by pure literal sense, Sitake is ahead in the cave right now, but we could just as easily see Sitake take that same skip and die in a similar fashion. Although one could argue Sitake definitely has the BBRs to kind of deal with if that's floor 8 or floor 9 enemies. So dang, yeah, we do have to walk that entire length of North Onett just to get back to nice Sitake getting a little bit memed by the monkey there. At the very least, this is the magic can't screen. So if this is floor 9, then we at least know this is the where the full heal is. HP sucker. I think it's up there. Yeah. I mean, at minimum, it has to be 8 if it's ahead, and I'm assuming it is definitely ahead. So yeah, at this rate, I mean, with what killed Leslie, it has to be. If it's firing off fire betas, yeah, and Diamond Band. Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be a big chunk of XP for Sitake. We're seeing kids going up to 26, 27 now, which is really good. Pooh is in the 200 HP range. All of the stats can be randomized in Ancient Cave, so the different HP values and psychic point values for the kids. An Earth Pendant, alright, nice. First pendant on the docket there. Not the best one in the bag, of course, but, you know, it's a pendant. Yes, this is random enemy sprites. For those coming in, the two flags we have right now are Bubble Monkey, so the 5th party member, who does Bubble Monkey things just like in vanilla, and the N3 flag, which is all random sprites, so... You don't know what you're fighting until it's far too late. Alright, Leslie now gonna be right behind Sitake as... Sitake in the Mole Cave, which is great, and replenish that exit mouse that we used before. This is one of the few places you can get that back at. And we'll see if Sitake... talked to the wrong one. It's the bad thing about Ancient Cave. You don't have the one with the sign. Or without the sign. Oh, really? That's funny, actually. It might just be how... Yeah, that's interesting. Might be how Bubble Monkey's coded in Magic in relation to Magic Can't. Magic Can't do be weird. So wait, so he doesn't even do Bubble Monkey things. Oh wait, we have Gygus. We're on floor 9. So yep, there it is. Big yeah, a few more. Which is interesting because I don't think when he is actually Ness, he does the Bubble Monkey thing. At least from what I could have told. I don't know if I was watching it close enough, but... Which only really matters for that north part of Magic Can't, of course, but you know. Still interesting. So both runners on 9 now. Leslie at the free shop. Oh, he still does stop to look around. Okay, I wasn't looking, so... Never mind. Can't even be safe in my dreams, Bubble Monkey. DX Water is a solid pickup, especially we have free bazookas and free DX Water. Obviously, you don't need more than one bazooka, but DX Water, a very underrated and solid pickup for Gygus, because if you can keep Pooh, if it's not freeze resistant, or if you find Starstorm, which I don't know, I don't think either of them did, but you know, we have a whole entire floor 9 to go through. We have a C pendant for Leslie, very good find there. But even if Gygus and Porky are not freeze resistant, that could help as well, just keeping Pooh very, very hydrated and keeping his psychic points up. Pump out a lot of damage there. I'm putting the Rabbit's Foot on Paula now for Leslie. Perhaps the value of the BBRs are now lowered in Leslie's mind, as he did not buy as many as Sitake did. Oh, 2 feet, 2 feet. You know, that's fair. Fair, and that would also be why. Uh-oh, it's Dog. You can't get away from him no matter what. Not Carbon, Dog. 2 feetsies, yeah. And a star pendant for Sitake is what I'm reading. Very good. Best pendant you can find. So pretty much we are trying to prep up for Gygas at this point now that Leslie does know... Well, I actually don't know if Leslie knows he's on 9, but he has to know he's pretty high up at this point. So both runners should probably have Gygas prep in their mind now. Sitake went back to 5 to buy items. He could buy some NBRs here. We'll see what he actually chooses. So maybe he's going to load up on regular bombs. Did he... So he just has a saved? Did he, like, save warp back here? Or... Looks like he's broken. Did he mess up? Did he do something he didn't mean to do? This is the sign of the runners shutting down because they didn't do something right. That was the vibe I got when you just like deadpan stare at your menus and you're like, oh god, like I dropped a rabbit foot. I mean, it might have been okay. So he exited mouse back here, so he would have to be. He has to go. I mean, actually, the skips are not that far apart. I feel like, from what I remember. He's going for the MBRs. Yeah, I was gonna say the skips are really not that far from Scaraba. So loading up on these MBRs with the rabbit foot combination. Gonna go ahead and do all in on that strat. Interesting play because if they are not... I mean, you might be able to get through Porky, but there's a good chance you're not going to get through... I mean, anything's possible. Pooh with a nice 270 HP. That's pretty beefy. I know Leslie did find the throne room, yes. So I'm curious to see where Sitake goes from here, but since he is walking away from the skip back to 9, Leslie, meanwhile, looking like doing some grinding, trying to get through the level. Doesn't have the kind of offensive throughput that Sitake has, so just trying to do what he can to push through these guys on floor 9. Get some levels for the kids, get some shield Sigma for Paula. Sitake actually kind of getting rolled by the floor 5 enemies. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yes, very Death Warpy. We did predict this might be one of his options, so which is smart. So he's loaded up on MBRs now. He knows there's a pink cloud right here, so... Oh, the tiny ruby, yeah. I wasn't watching too closely. That's a funny, little ATM card call out there. Yeah, I mean, you gotta have your choice of the pick of the litter for full heals. You have one immediately. Speaking of tiny ruby, Leslie could go backwards now. So I do believe Leslie has not found Gygas room yet. I actually can't remember what room, like, area it was off of. Sitake might be going for Gygas now with the teleport back and the death warp and the heal. Oh, it was a mole cave. Gotcha. It's always rough when Gygas is off of a bigger spawn plate like that. Mole cave next to the mole, gotcha. You know how little that narrows it down? No, I'm just kidding. So wait, Sitake is not on. What happened? Oh, wait, so his death warp must not have been on 9. He must have been... It must have been like a... Yeah, I gotcha. I didn't actually realize where his save was. You get floor 9. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was really calling you out, Slug. I was like, this is misinformation happening right now, and now it's no longer misinformation, so... Okay, going for maybe exploring a little bit. Maybe looking for a save, potentially. It is kind of rough for your closest save to be 3 floors away, even if there's a skip. You do hate walking that North Onet gauntlet every single time. Even armed with as many MBRs as he is, you know, Gygus be Gygus. I mean, sometimes you also don't have a choice. Like, you could literally spend your... He does have the nice ability with the exit mouse, though, so... He can use that to his advantage here. And here it is. Alright, Sitake going for our first Gygus attempt of the race. So good luck to Sitake. Let's see if the resistances are good. I mean, we have a lot of MBRs, so we kind of just need him to not be a fast guy. And yeah, the pendants are good, so... Yeah, not a lot of revives, so... Very much banking on... And not a Franklin badge either, so, you know, the Thunder RNG can go either way. We got the Eel and the Psycho combo. There are a lot of pieces to the Gygus puzzle, that is for sure. There are just some things that, like, they all kind of have to come together. Does not work. So for Gygus Phase 1, we will generally see Paula be focusing on keeping the Psychic Shield up. Ness will be trying to paralyze Porky, if possible, because sometimes Porky can have a randomized paralysis immunity that is unreasonable to try for. And generally Jeff and... I missed paralysis. And generally Jeff and 50%. Okay, so not impossible. I'm pretty sure that's vanilla, isn't it? Isn't 50% vanilla? So Jeff and Pooh will be focused on DPS here. So we do see Jeff go down. Ness probably also not going to make it. Sitake in a bit of a dire spot. Doesn't have the Psychic Shield up in time. Probably going to take a death here for the first attempt. Shout out for the Egosphere. I feel like we never get... I feel like this is the only time we get to see Egospheres. Pink is your color. Sitake hold it out with Pooh here. Going for the long haul on it, trying to make it happen. Taking gigantic damage from Porky. And just getting betas ripped left and right. Looks like he is just going to call it on that and go to the next attempt. So we'll see if he decides to do a little more farming for some revive items. Yeah, not having revive super scary, as people were saying, because anything can and will go wrong. If you can't numb Porky, just takes one rogue hit to decimate one of your kids, and not being able to bring him back. Sometimes it's okay if they go down in the later phases, but the early phases, you really do need your full power going. Meanwhile, Leslie doing some farming still, I believe, just kind of trying to find his way in floor 9 here. Okay, Sitake saving and going again. Just gonna try and run it back. It's absolutely possible for him to break through here, so just needs a good combination of get the paralysis off, get some damage with the bottle rockets. Absolutely. He has a really good save, full heal cycle, where he can just pretty much teleport back to the guy, gets immediate with the exit mouse right there as soon as he resets. Full health, so just kind of has to get a good phase 1 and some decent resistances for the randomization on phase 2. And hopefully our boy Jeff lives to fire a rocket. And we get a beta turn 1 again, so Jeff will take mortal. Get 200 damage on that rocket but we do get the numb off. So we'll see if maybe some freezes are going to come out here for damage. I didn't catch the freeze resistance on the spy. So Porky is probably a fast lad, with the MBRs not being good here. Yeah, this guy, I guess, is not a happy time right now, it would appear. And unfortunately, although it looks like Sitake might just be trying to reset fast here, yeah. Oh, Super Bombs is actually a significant breakthrough in terms of offensive power. I think one of the top tier ways of killing a guy, I guess, is just having all 4 kids just lobbing super bombs at him. In my opinion, if they have the inventory space and the money to buy a bunch. But this is actually significant for Leslie if he can find his way to Gygas afterwards. I still actually don't know if he's found Gygas. I haven't seen him in Mole Cave. Yeah, I was gonna say. So he's a little bit doing some heavy exploring here, but it might end up paying off in the long term if he can make his way over to Gygas with. I don't think he has healing items either though. So both are kind of in a similar spot. Where's that Horn of Life vendor from floor 1 when you need him? Alright, trying again for this numb turn 1. Worked last time and does not get a beta this time, so will be a little easier to manage with the 2 really low health people. 300 damage on the bottle rocket. I just don't think that's... I mean, that's going to be okay damage. I mean, it's about equal to a bomb, super bomb. So it's not horrible, and you know you got nothing better to do. You just kind of hope that maybe Porky has low HP. And for the paralysis again, and we do get the numb finally in halfway through phase 1 for Sitake. So things are looking good for sitake. At least as far as phase 1 goes. As soon as phase 2 hits, he will be out of bottle rockets probably. He's already burned through about half of his bottle rockets. Psychic points on Pooh and Paula are fairly low. We do have a lot. I don't believe... Yeah, Leslie's the one with the waters. Uh-oh. We better hope this is not a dead end, Leslie. I mean, we know Gygas is not over here, so... Unless it's loose back to Mole Cave. Leslie is in it to win it. No hesitation on sending it on that that Showtime room. Full commit. Sitake breaking out Brain Shock strats, trying to break through this phase 1. Should be fairly close. I think he's used all his rockets now, which is why he's dipping into the Brain Shock to try and kill Porky here. Porky is completely numb for the rest of the fight, so he won't be doing any more attacks, but if he's fully freeze resistant and we're out of rockets, then we kind of just have to pray Gygas does it for us. That time he does hit him with a beta. Alright, just trying as much damage as he can. With Nesses. Now, it looks like he stopped trying to rock-ins for now, so... I'm curious to what his main... I guess he is just gonna try for... Brain Shocks, yeah. Oh! And we are into phase 2. Why did that... Wait, he hit Paula. Am I confused? Oh, no, because he hit him with the... I missed the part where he hit him with the rockin', so... So phase 2 will check the freeze. That it looked like it did decent damage. I think that was like 70. Maybe it's not horribly decent. I'll have to see if I can watch it a bit closer. Oh man, 2 flash kills! Wow! Oh my god. Gygas immediately rips out 2 flash kills in phase 2. So Ness and Paula are down with no healing items. It was like 147. Okay, so you know it's not impossible. We've seen absolutely impossible freeze resistance before, and this is not one of them. But only having because we need to keep Jeff alive. Jeff is our prayer here, so this is technically doable with Jeff and Pooh only, as with Pooh being the dedicated healer. He just used a brain food lunch. Very good time for that. Pooh's max psychic points are absolutely dog, though. 57. That is going to not be very good for sitake. Yeah, this is a very brutal and scary moment, but this is kind of some of the risks you take in Ancient Cave. I mean, as we can see, Leslie has not really stumbled on a kind of insane spot for revives also, so it's not like Leslie's extra cave exploring has led him to super bombs, is pretty much his main takeaway from that. So far, keeping things up. We're dropping a magic pudding. Looks like sitake dipping into what's left of his psychic point restoration here. Gets a solidify on both of them, unfortunately. Really having to work around Pooh's psychic points here. And we are broken into phase 3 for sitake. Nice. Alright, so opening up with a Brain Shock. I'm actually not sure, so unfortunately Sitake Brain Shocking on turn 1 will clear that because it swaps to a, I didn't do that! What? So hopefully Sitake does know that. Okay, he does. So, if you Brain Shock on turn 1 of this phase 3, it will swap to a different form of Gygus and clear the Brain Shock. Oh, if Prey goes for really? Oh yeah, I mean that makes sense. Yeah, I mean I shouldn't say really, but okay, I can see now why you would do it. I see now why you would do it now. So really, the scariest thing for Sitake right now is Thunder. Franklin Badge, I believe. I know he has a Star Penchant on Jeffrey, so the Franklin Badge. And might just be straight heals at this point because I believe we are bone dry on Psychic Point Restoration for Pooh. Breaking out a burger to feed Jeffrey here, keeping our boy stocked up in this trying time. I think this is the second time this week I've seen someone eat a burger on Gygus, which is kind of funny. I guess it's pretty significant when you only have 112 HP, right? Like that's a hefty part of that health bar. Yeah, exactly. Leslie knocking on the door of Gygus here. Might not be able to get there in time, but we'll see. Sitake is barreling through these prayers. Did not get solidified on Jeff there, which is nice. Oh yeah, Pooh does have Magnet, so you know he's not ever going to be fully bone dry on Psychic points. Manages to get the, he chose to life up Jeff there just to make sure it went through in case of a Thunder. So bold play by Sitake to do a last hurrah with Pooh to heal Jeff instead of Pooh there. Wait, does it not? Man, I'm learning a lot about Earthbound today. Alright, don't listen to me if you want to play this game well. That's the takeaway at the end of the day. Because I will lead you to destruction and bad places. Sitake moving into the last prayer here. And GG. Through the adversity of that Gygus fight, that first phase was absolutely a cruncher. Just Sitake manages to get through. Took him about like 5 minutes on that phase alone. But no revives. Ness and Paula getting flashed immediately in phase 2, so they're basically non-existent in that fight. So well done by Sitake. Will proceed on. And we'll see this one out for Leslie as well. Extremely well played. Yeah, it was kind of just a rough seed all around. The entry was just locked on floor 5 for a while. Had to get a breakthrough to floor 6 and then take the skip up. Both runners pretty much on the same pathway for a while there. Leslie not taking the... I think Leslie went left when Sitake went right on floor 9, so Leslie had to explore the entire floor before he found Gygus. I don't think he's even done it yet. But Sitake, as we know, had to definitely fight for his life a bit on Gygus there at the end. Few tries. Is this actually one of the fastest races? Hour 7. That's kind of funny. That is an ancient cave moment right there. If oh, in this flag set, gotcha. Yeah, Lardna has been rolling them. Has Airframe been fudging the numbers? Maybe. Should we check? All right. So I believe this means that Sitake will be continuing on in the winners bracket. Leslie did already win. So now we have found Gygus at long last. GG. GG to you too, Leslie. You still ran an absolutely great race. Floor 9 was definitely the decider for this one. It absolutely was. Definitely, they were neck and neck for a long time, pretty much walking the same path. So, all right, let's see if he finishes it out. Looks like he's going for it. And yeah, Leslie will still get to continue on. I believe Leslie did win the last week's round, so it is going to be a double elimination bracket. Leslie will get another chance at the crown. Sitake showing that the number 1 seed is nothing to be trifled with. Got the bye week and then immediately came in and won. Alrighty. Leslie, good luck. Gygus. Looking like a bit better health values. Pooh still with an absolutely paltry psychic point amount, 60 at max. They gave all of his stats to HP instead. Gets an alpha opened up. And gets the numb turn 1. Pretty good stuff all around for the first turn. And we know Leslie is loaded up on those super bombs, so we're gonna see a lot of that happening right now. My personal favorite. It's fast. It's a lot of damage. There's no animation. What more could you ask for? Good old PSI farts. Classy in numerous ways is what Leslie Pro is. So hopefully, I believe we will probably see all the super bombs go out on Porky here, but we know from Shitake's fight that phase 1 is definitely the phase you want to be using these on. And he is through in record time in comparison. It really did just come down to floor 9, although Leslie exploring floor 9 did lead him to getting the super bombs, so it's kind of like hand in hand of which is what's the better trade-off there. Perhaps if Leslie had managed to find Gygas first and managed to find Gygas first and still get the super bombs in time, because he was ahead of Sitake for a second in terms of the where he was in the cave. An unfortunate opening, a similar one, except this is a yeah, I know, right? Like, this is a similar opening to what Shiitake had to go with, but this is arguably the worst one, as he took out Pooh, which Pooh ended up being a very necessary influence for, especially with Leslie having the water strat. Having Pooh taken out as a non-factor in this fight is a bit of a rough thing. So Gygas being very mean this evening on the flashes. He's so casual about it too. He's just like, all right, basically, we're going to give you a rough time here. I'm gonna open up with Flash, kill 2 kids, and then that's it. And then, good luck, basically. So low on damage. Going for prey strats. Make it through. Takes a Thunder on Jeff. Which is unfortunate. They don't have very many actual HP healing items. The Lucky Sandwich did nothing. Thanks, Lucky Sandwich. Oh, we got the Rainbow Light. If there was ever a time, and that was only like 3 prays in, so pretty good. Not a lot you had to invest there. So now we got hopefully you see big damage. Looks like our only 2 pendants are reserved for Paula and Jeff here. Gonna try and get the Brain Shock off. So Nest will go down. And Pooh is probably going to take lethal here unless we can get... Oh, we do get into phase 3. Starting out with a life up on Pooh to get him back up to manageable HP levels. He can't really take much before he goes down, so... But things are looking okay. Paula not going to be helping too much here without psychic points or items to really use, but hey, what can you do? Going for that Brain Shock on turn 2. It's solidified, unfortunately. I think Jeff did too. You know, classic stuff. Alright, we get the Brain Shock off. A little bit of safety there. Every turn Gygas does a Brain Shock hit is a turn we don't have to worry about it. Two HP on Pooh. Hopefully Gygas shoots himself this time. But got a dead turn. He feels good. The one thing that's gonna bring us back is Solidify is holding the turns back a little here. And of course Gygas is just finding every way he can to keep Wesley from finishing here. Busting out the water, alright. Who is thirsty? That's right. Take a lesson from Pooh. Water gives him the most psychic points back because water's just the best. And he understands. Pretty far along in the cycle now. We should be going into... I'm assuming this is like 6-ish. Prayer-wise. There's been a lot of solidified turns, unfortunately. And winning stretch now for Leslie. No more poo. You got to make it happen, Jeffrey. We need you here. And it's done. GG. Congratulations to Leslie for getting through Gygus. This horrible Gygus at the end of this kind of rough seed. So absolutely well done to both runners here tonight for breaking through that adversarial seed. Sitake with the win, and Leslie going to both proceeding on in the tournament. Hello. Welcome in.
Hello.
How did it go, Leslie?
Well, that went better than practice, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, it seems like it was rough for both players. The Gygus was not easy for you. Had a little bit of an easier time on Gygus than Sitake did, that's for sure. But it wasn't pretty for either parties.
Yeah, the Super Bomb vendor definitely helped, no doubt about it. I also noticed one other thing during the fight. At one point, the monkey just stopped doing anything.
I believe that's because it dies, doesn't it, to Gygus in phase 1? Someone can... I remember hearing about this, yeah. Last time we had the monkey flag. But it's helpful because it doesn't take Brain Shock away anymore when he's gone.
Yeah, and I kind of needed it for this Gygus, because this Gygus was far from free, because Ness had only a minor league bat. Like, Ness and Paula had mid-game weapons. Jeff had a death ray, but I also had a bazooka on him, so I at least had something.
Yeah, it was like the Super Bomb play, like you were saying, was very helpful for you. It helped you get through because Sitake had a very rough phase 1 in comparison. He definitely had to retry Gygus a few times there, and you were able to get through on your first try, which is pretty good. It was really just came down to floor 9 differences. He just found Gygus like way sooner than you did, unfortunately. He didn't have to explore the whole floor, and 9 was huge. So
yeah, 9 seemed huge. And there was a part of me that was thinking, do I try Red Tunnel for items? No, didn't do that. Then I see the mine, I'm like, oh no, let's go another way. The one time I don't check the mines, it happened to be the mines.
It's always the mines. Well, congratulations for bearing the seed anyways, and I hope to see you continue on in the tournament further on your next match, so... thank you for joining us, and thank you for racing tonight.
Oh, it's always a fun time to race. Although I was looking through the race time rooms to see, okay, who won. I'm gonna say that Temple predicted this race's results, so Sitake, good luck against Temple. Because that is gonna be a heck of a matchup.
I mean, yeah, there's always some scary contenders in Ancient Cave every year. That's when the...
Oh, for sure. I thought I was going to get blown away in this matchup, so to be basically on floor 9 when Sitake finished, I'll take that call to win.
It was very
even
close.
Even though the result says otherwise.
You guys pretty much walked the same path.
That's still a win, because that's a sign of improvement.
Absolutely, I agree.
There's some other things that didn't quite go my way, and that's okay.
I agree.
Now
You did really well.
The question is, who do I deal with on the... who do I have scheduled on the danger bracket, or do we not know yet?
I am not sure, but maybe somebody could
I
tell
know.
Me, oh, okay.
Hi. Good job, Leslie. You did great in that race. You are going to be going up next with D&J. We will have the next round of races being released soon. We have a race on Sunday, which is our final race in this second round. This is the loser's first race. This Oxwas versus Eagles. And that's going to be on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So definitely check that out.
Sounds good.
That should be an interesting race.
I will share the brackets for anyone who's interested. But great job, everyone. Who should we raid? Any ideas?
Are
there any speed
RJ
gaming?
Is
RJ playing? Okay, we'll raid RJ.
RJ is playing.
All right, awesome. Well, great job, everyone.
Yes, congratulations to Sitake and great race from both runners. I hope to see you all next time.
Oh, I'll be around. Although
Have a
I do
good
have a Mario
night.
3 randomizer race tomorrow. So that's going to be fun.
We'll see y'all on Sunday.
Yep, looking forward to it.